What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Apple Keynote tutorial. Now, if you like this content, you want to get episodes of the Crazy One podcast, even get live talks whenever I post them up, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you find out whenever those come out. Now, today we just want to do another quick look into one of these features inside of Keynote. And today, and I know, it's not the sexiest or the most interesting thing in the world, but we actually want to look at how do you set up some of the preferences. This is something that people never look at, they never pay attention to. But just like so many other things in this application, there's some really important stuff in there. There's some things that are going to make your life a lot easier. So what we want to do is to walk through some of the tips, the tricks, a few of the secrets of some of the things you can find in there, so that again, this application is going to be able to do more for you, and whenever you do it, it's going to be easier. So here we are back again in Keynote. Now, like I said, preferences aren't the sexiest thing in the world, but let's look at why this is important. So what you want to do is go up here to Keynote under the menu, go to Preferences. Now, whenever this opens, you're going to see you have 5 different options to be able to choose from. The only ones you're going to really want to worry about are these first 3, General, Slideshow, and Rulers. Now, there's a couple things that I think you want to make sure that are checked because they're going to make your life easier. The first one is under Editing, that you scaled place images to fit the slide. The reason why you want to do this is if I'm copy and pasting a big image, I'm doing something like that, and it scales in, I don't want to have to zoom out 20 times to be able to grab an edge to be able to scale it in. This way, what it's going to do is it's going to, whenever it comes in, it's going to bound it and resize it to fit inside the slide. It's a simple thing, but it makes your life a lot easier. So the curves, so if you're going to go in and do drawing, if you're going to do actions, Bezier curves are going to be smoother. They're going to give you the ability to go in and to manipulate those a little bit better. This is something that I usually like to have on. And then also to show slide layout names. So whenever I'm over here in the slide layout, you can see that there are different names and I can title those whatever I want. I may have them for different sections. I may have them for different reasons. The reason why I like that is on is because, again, it just makes it faster for me to be able to work with those things. Now, there are some of the other ones that are a little bit more on optimization. In particular, this adding media section right here. There are 2 things you can do. One is to optimize movies and images for iPhone and iPad. I don't ever show my decks on an iPhone or iPad. So for me, I have that unchecked because it's not something I'm worried about. The other one is to optimize movies for older devices. So this becomes important if you need to hand off your presentation to someone else. Maybe it's an event organizer. Maybe it's somebody that's going to run the theater you're going to be a part of. Check this just to be safe, because whenever you do this, you don't know what version they're going to run. You don't know if it's going to work or not. So that is something that will make your life easier. Touch ID, simple thing. Instead of a password, can you use Touch ID? That's good. Okay, the most important one of all of this that is so hidden in here. So under Slideshow Display, this first one right here, scale slideshow to fit the display. What this is going to do is if this is unchecked, whatever the dimension is that you have this set at, so this could be, I don't know what, 1920 by 1080, right? So that's a traditional HD display. No matter what resolution you put on this, no matter what display you put it on, it's always going to show up exactly at 1920 by 1080. So you could have big spaces all around it. It could be if the display is low resolution, all of a sudden it's going to look too big. What this is going to do is save you a ton of headaches. It's going to, no matter what projector it's on, no matter what TV it's on, it will always take it and scale it so that it fits the display. Such a simple thing, but it makes such a big difference. Again, if you want to be able to have motion blur in your animations, I don't tend to like motion blur because I think it makes everything look a little bit muddy, especially when I'm doing these videos. Presenter display, there's another tutorial about what that is and why that's important. Another one you can have on here is if you're doing screen recordings or even if you're presenting, do you want to show the pointer on slides with links or movies? So if there's a link and it's something you want to click on, do you want to show the pointer on there? And again, show the pointer when using the mouse or trackpad. Now, normally, whenever I'm presenting, this is turned off. But whenever I'm doing these videos and I want you to be able to see where the mouse is, that's why it's turned on. So here again, I think these are the sort of things you can do. And another one is this exit presentation after last slide. This is something whenever I'm presenting in public, I turn this off because sometimes if other people are doing the slides, sometimes the presenter gets, or the person who's running kind of the backstage gets a little jumpy. Whenever on that last end thank you screen, I want it to sit on that. And if you accidentally bump the remote or if they do it, what it's gonna do, it's gonna end it and it's gonna come back to something that looks like this. So then you're standing on stage basically with your desktop behind you. Not a good look. Other simple ones are rulers. Now you can come in, and if you want it in points, inches, or centimeters. So whenever we come in, so close this, hit Command R, that will be for what unit of display do you want these rulers to be in. So again, it just depends on what your preference is, what your background is to do those sort of things. And again, to be able to do that. Now the other part is, do you want the origin, so basically when it's measuring, to be at the center of the ruler. So what that means is right now, you see how it's 0, 0 up here in the corner? If I click this, now you see how it goes to 0, 0 in the middle. And again, it just depends on if you want everything to be able to be centered and you'd like to go off the middle of the slide, you can do that. I tend to like it where I go off the top left corner, just purely my preference. And so again, you can do guides, pick the color, do all this other sort of stuff. Just so you know, remotes are, again, if you want to use your iPhone or your iPad as a remote, that's where you can connect it. And again, how do you handle autocorrect on your type? I tend to leave those alone, don't mess with them. But these are these little things, and like I said, especially this one here, scale slideshow to fit display. If you only learn one thing out of this video, that's the one you want to remember. So my hope is, maybe that was the first time you ever watched a tutorial on preferences and thought, hey, that was cool or useful. Hopefully it was. But like I said, it's all these little things that sort of add up to make a difference. They're little things that are just going to make your life a little bit easier whenever you're traveling around, presenting at different meetings, on stage, going to different events. All these little things are going to add up, hopefully, to make it a little bit better. Hey, so go out, try it out, have some fun. If you liked what you see here, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay crazy.